Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by Living to Do's review of The Shy, Season 6, Episode 10, called Saints and Sinners. What an appropriate title for this episode. Before I get started with this review, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. So let's talk about it. The Shy. Okay, so they open up and the boys, Jake, Papa, and Bakari, are in attendance at a church. The church has this big old banner that says, "The abundance of tithes." I mean, they're real blatant with it. Tithes are working class people's money that they give to the church. It's supposed to help the community. This church is Kenya's father's church. It looks like a mega church. Abundance of tithes. Oh my goodness. It goes right into his pocket, and so he can do what he wants to do and flash and flaunt. That happens in a lot of churches, and I love that they're just out with it. I, I hope people can recognize how some of these churches operate. They're blatant with it, and a lot of people are just mindless and attend these churches, give them money that doesn't help anybody but the minister. Okay, that's my little rant on abundance of tithes. Okay, so in the church, the after the church service and during the church service, Jake is kind of eyeing the first lady. Now, I don't know if this first lady is Kenya's mother or maybe stepmother, because she does kind of look young to be Kenya's mother, who would ultimately be a grandmother because Kenya has a child. But it's their church, and Papa he's receiving the word from this minister differently than he did maybe at his own father's church, or since his father has passed away. So he kind of has an interest in it. And Bakari is also listening, and um, he's looking for guidance. He's just in need of uh, guidance, a parent. Uh, he's seeking that out. He's trying to grow, is what it is. And Duda's hitman is in attendance at the church. That was surprising. And he's trying to kick it to talk to Kenya. Kenya's up front with him. I have a baby. He doesn't care. I'm like, are you here on a different type of angle, or do you really like Kenya? Do you think he really likes Kenya?
You know, with whatever this man's name is, I don't know if anyone is certain. I don't know what this dude is really doing in the series.
Yeah.
Besides what dude is. I don't know what he's interested in besides Jake's clothes, so.
And I don't know if they ever gave his name. We just call him Duda's Thug. That's his name for right now.
I think that's what he prefers to go by as well.
So whatever, hitman. And though we see also that Rob is doing his exercises, and he gets a visitor at his door, and his mom's there too, and she goes to the door to open it, and Victor's lawyer steps in, Leon Alonzo Lafayette, I think his name is. And we find out that Victor's lawyer is actually Rob's dad. Huh. Now, I didn't see that coming. But the casting is great because they do look like they could be related in that height. We see where he gets the height from.
It's not the Cavaliers.
Okay, all right. We also find out, oh my God, so he's a criminal lawyer. I guess he makes good money. He actually works for criminals typically, but he is in town to convict or find out or help with the person who killed Alicia's brother Rob's uncle. So where's he been all this time? We know that Jake gets a follow by the first lady uh, of the church. A real Christian she is, going and getting this little 18-year-old boy. What else did we find out? We found out that um, Emmett's going to spend some time with his dad, so they're going to go to laser tag. And they go to laser tag, and Darnell, he invites his other son that Emmett was unaware of. Damien, I think his name is. This kid, Damien, who is very familiar. His name is Brett Gray. And I knew him from the moment I saw him. He is the kid, Jamal Turner. He played the character Jamal Turner on the TV series On Our Block. That little cute little Netflix series back in a couple years ago. A little goofy nerd. He plays the brother to Emmett now, and a son to Darnell, because Darnell got kids all over town. He probably got kids he don't even know about, because he was running the streets. And Emmett, he's not too happy about this. He's like, who's this? He's supposed to spend father and son time. And Darnell, yeah, you were my son and my other son. So it's a family affair at the laser tag. So it looks like he's going to be a new cast member on The Chi. Congratulations to them. So what else happened? Gemma she had her father over, and Tierra, his father's girlfriend, over for brunch, lunch, dinner. She had a chef. I know she got a little bit of money, but enough money to have a chef in your apartment to cook a little meal.
It's a little insane, if you ask me.
Over the top. And then they get another visitor knock at the door. Brittany! Brittany's also there. But she wasn't invited. She came along and she had a little bag of weed with her. She thought she could kick it with Gemma for a while, not knowing that Gemma had guests. And then Marcus comes to the door, like, who's this? And they let her in. I don't know if they knew she was a girl from right off, first sight.
I think, what's his girlfriend's name?
Tierra.
She knew. Tierra, I think she was aware.
Oh, she knew, because Gemma's been conversing with Tierra. They're getting closer. Remember the big old fight? They're just like almost mother and daughter at this point. Where is Gemma's real mama?
I don't know what she'd have to say about this.
But Gemma has been telling Tierra that she kissed a girl and she liked it, and that girl is Brittany. So Tierra knows the backstory. She comes on in Brittany, and she makes Brittany a plate. And the way she was holding Brittany's hand, Marcus knew something was up. And later, and it's so funny, they were talking, and Tierra starts texting Gemma right in front of Brittany and Marcus. I mean, I think they were clues to know what they were texting about, But it is so rude to have, there's a group of people and someone pulls up their phone, sends a text, the other person grabs their phone and responds. They know you're talking about them.
20 years ago, you couldn't do that.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you couldn't do that.
So funny to see.
Now it's like, dude, what are you doing? So Brittany meets the family. And we have pastor from the Abundance of Tithes church. He finds his way over to Miss Jackson's church. I don't know who the preacher is at Papa's old church. Maybe the mother's preaching there. She didn't look like it. But they called him Pastor Z. I'm not sure what his last name is. Looking all goofy with them green glasses.
Looking like Key Glock.
Who's that?
Look him up.
Oh, okay.
Looking like his twin brother.
Oh, really? Key Glock? Okay, I'll have to look him up. Because he looks so, with this flamboyant jacket and these...
Very extra for a
minister, yeah. Man of the cloth.
Man of the cloth.
with them green glasses. Ugh.
Looking like he bought a Cybertruck yesterday.
Look like those glasses might light up in the dark, which is just so goofy. Uh, well, he goes over to Papa's church, and what did he wanted to give a some type of gift basket to Mama Jackson, and she don't want it. She knows he ain't about what he should be about. But here comes Papa. Oh, hi, Pastor Z. What do you doing here? Clueless Papa. Yeah, and then I think his mom later at home says something to Papa about him going to that church, and Bakari's trying to say something too, and Mama Joyce, Mama Jackson says she snaps at Bakari, but makes Bakari feel that that she doesn't want him in her home. It's another rejection that Bakari's feeling, because he had, he really was clicking with Papa Jackson. That was his dad in his heart, and he truly had that boy's back. He treated them both kind of the same, and as far as guidance, he was there for them both. Okay, so now it's official. Shad sleeping with Alicia, and she's giving him gifts like leather jackets, looking like Shaft, like he said. Super fly in this long leather jacket, and she wants to give him a real job, like head of security. The pay's great, plenty of benefits, as we can see. And you got to carry a gun, but he's like, I can't carry a gun, I'm a felon. Oh.
That's exactly how you say it.
I can't do that, I'm a felon. A felon does anything, so of course you can. And she's gonna work it out, because she has pull like that. You know how people that they have that type of pull, they're no good. When you got people like that have that type of pull, they're up to no good, and they're gonna turn on you one day. This is all the same kind of crap. It's that ditty behavior, reel you on in with something, have you do something you shouldn't be doing, blackmailing you, making you feel and do things you don't want to. Oh, it's the same thing. It's everywhere. Okay. So we have Alonzo Lafayette, who is Leon, playing the character of Rob's dad and Alicia's baby daddy, or I don't know if they were married at one time. He goes out to dinner with Rob. Rob and him don't have a good relationship, right? He's asking Rob questions about the death of his uncle that Victor is being accused of killing. And so Rob gets sensitive, or he knows something's up. You ain't here just trying to be with me, your son, you love me. He feels like he's being cross-examined at the dinner table. He wants to know some questions. And Rob he got a funny feeling. He told him off, and he left. And then Leon, he's pulling out pictures out of his wallet. It looks like of Rob when he was a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
So is that trying to tell us, oh no, son, I love you. This is for you in a way, or he held on to those pictures. So to me, you have love for your kid.
That's his way of showing it.
Yeah.
Even though he's not receiving it that way.
Nah. Yeah, because it's just the way you're going about it. Okay. So First Lady finds herself over at Jake's place. And so Jake is sleeping with the First Lady. So Christian of her. No problem. He's 18 years old. Disgusting. And so I see that story getting bigger with these First Lady and her husband. They're all over the place already. And so I'm going to be interested to see what's going to make of that. later we see that not Keisha, it's Gemma. She's she's hanging out with with her boyfriend. They're sitting on the now. I'm not sure if they have their same place. I'm still confused if they have two separate places
Oh
because
wait, I think I remember it a couple episodes ago. They said they wanted to get an apartment, but Jake got his own apartment.
did Jake
I
get
think.
Kevin's old apartment?
I think something like that happened.
See, I wasn't quite sure if that was because he mentioned he was getting a text. He's all rubbing her back and he's getting a text and he's reading it and he puts it down. She looks up and she's all, "Who texted us?" Because we're one. And in a way, I kind of like Jake's honesty. He told her that he had a girl over and he slept with her at his apartment, is what he said. So they made me think they had two different places.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so of course she's shocked. Like, what? I know he didn't just tell me he slept with her, and we're together. He goes, I know you don't want to just sleep with me forever. I know you want to sleep with Brittany. She's like, no, I know you did something with Brittany. No, I didn't. He goes, if you
He
want to,
knows.
he goes, if
Very
you want,
obvious.
yeah, he knows. And he says, he says, uh, we're not going to be together forever. I'm only 18. I don't want to just be with you. And I know you don't want to be with me. You got to be honest if we're going to be together. So we're going to have an open relationship. You didn't discuss it with me first.
Mm.
uh, so she came clean and she says we had like a 2-second kiss or something like that. Mm-hmm.
Which is worse.
But Gemma doesn't know who he slept with. She just knows he slept with the girl. He didn't say I
That's
slept
true.
the first lady of the church or Kenya's mama or stepmama, whoever she is to her. He said, he's keeping his options open, and she's like, so you want to have your cake and eat it too? He's all, what's the point of having cake if you can't eat it?
Which makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But that was very, very interesting. I want to see where that goes. So Emmett and Keisha, they have a dinner. They invited Emmett's parents over, Jada and Darnell, and without asking uh, Emmett, he brings over Damien again to Emmett's surprise. What? I hate when people do that. Do not bring somebody over to my house if I don't know about it.
That makes the whole hangout event over.
It is because you now pissed off the host, most likely, especially when they're not the people you brought over are not people they want to see. You know what I mean? Ooh, don't get under my skin with that. It's your brother. And then I don't think he even told Keisha about the brother. And
It's too soon.
It's too soon. He's trying to forget about it. And he pulls his mom to the side. What are you doing? This is not okay. And she points out that Keisha is taking on your kids as her own. And I'm doing the same. It's just that, blended family because you didn't do it right the first time. I hate to say that. If you can blend, blend. That's a beautiful thing. It really is. But how you go about don't blend while we're together. Don't be blending up other stuff. But if things
The
happen,
double blend. And this triple blend.
Really? Don't bring the whole neighborhood in. But if things happen before there was a union, that's one thing. But don't be adding, things to the union when it was created outside the union, because that's messed up. Okay, so we see that Kenya is out on a date. She meets Judas Thug in a dark parking lot in some like Buick or some old car or whatever. Um, and he gets her to smoke it. How quickly did this PK, which is a preacher's kid, get into this car with this drug dealer, start smoking his drugs and kissing on him, and have a real date? You're a real girl. Let him take you out on a real date. Don't go out to him in the middle of the night in an abandoned lot doing drugs. You don't even know what that stuff is possibly laced with, and start kissing on this dude. What? Girls, have people treat you right. That's how you want to be treated. Dealt with in the dark. Go on a real date. Ugh. Okay.
She needs to go to Abundance.
Yeah, don't go to Abundance. Speaking of Abundance, Papa, when did he ask Papa? Did Papa went back to that church?
I believe so.
Okay.
He's invited back.
And there, Pastor Z, Kenya's dad of the Abundance of Tides, I can't get over that, church, asked Papa to be his assistant. What do you want with Papa? Put an ad in the paper. Why Papa? And he told Papa, you're going to have to quit your job at Smokies, that little part-time job, because my assistant job is full-time. Which is great because Damien needs a job. And while he was at dinner, over at Emmett's house, Darnell pulled Emmett aside and said, give your brother a job at Smokies. And so he might have a job opening now. So that might work. And the last thing we saw was Bakari. He's starting to write in his journal. He's talking about the people he considers family, and his real family he has a feeling that he cannot trust, which he might be right about that, because she's out there, she's back in his life to spy on him for whatever reason. This particular episode, it was interesting bringing the new characters. Wasn't a whole lot of drama. That I think that is to come. But that was pretty much it for now. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
With that, I don't know if this has anything to do with Bakari's future in the show, but maybe him putting down his pen to his paper might be something with him becoming an English major, or maybe even a writer like his sister.
Yeah. Or turning his story into a book or a movie. Because we love all people. I don't like the BMF show, but those kind of shows, they, I don't know.
Spin-offs.
Yeah, they might develop into something. Though I thought Rob he's interesting to me. Iman Shepherd's doing a good job playing, acting. Yeah, and last episode we didn't mention how Nuck walked up on him at night while Rob was walking, looked like he's going to the store or something, and he's just got out of the hospital smoking that cigarette, didn't have a care in the world when someone put a gun to his head. He's like, just do it. Rob, coming from this great family, rich family, and he's a drug dealer. Find that interesting.
It is interesting to see his father and his mother, and to see him.
Yeah. Yeah. His dad knows he don't really do the gun thing, but he does the drug thing. I was like,
it's an interesting blend there.
Yeah, I find that very interesting. Interesting. Anyway, that is it for now. Thank you for staying with us to the end. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. But we got to go, because why?
We got living to do.
Bye.